joining you on the campus of the University of Portland. Clark, that's off the mark. To start things off here in the fourth quarter. Oregon State shooting just 35% on the day. Another good, Marshall's made some good plays out there on the perimeter defense.
That's what Gabby Marshall does. She's one of those gnats, as Christy likes to call them. That's always involved in those plays defensively.
Clark misses that time with the one-handed attempt. Jelena Mitrovic, the redshirt sophomore from Serbia, with the miss.
Steph, what concerns me about that last shot is that no Oregon State player made an attempt to go to the boards on that one.
Warnock standing out there and knocks down the three. Second team all Big Ten last year. Marshall out there on Von Oelhoffen, who has 17 points.
Von Oelhoffen cannot get by Gabby Marshall.
Well, Christy, you mentioned it on the other end for Oregon State defending on-ball screens. Well, Gabby Marshall's given a clinic right there on how you fight through, over, and around and recover quickly.
Well, and it's not allowing her to get to it because she is in the handle. And Von Oelhoffen doesn't have a quick enough crossover to be able to close that space and pin her. And Gabby Marshall does a tremendous job getting over the top.
And Oelhoffen gets one. Yanni back into the ball game for Murat. Bendu Yanni played high school here in Portland and actually lost the state title game in 2015 on this floor to a team that Davina Westbrook played on. Martin, good dish over to Sonano, who couldn't handle it.
And I think that's an area that Lisa Bluter was alluding to you earlier, Steph, is that the chemistry on offense especially will continue to get better and evolve. We've seen a couple of misses right around the rim, just timing issues that you just need game reps together.
And that's the thing, is Bendu Yanni gets in the paint for two. The thing about even a veteran team that plays together, over the summer, you're not running at the same pace. You're not utilizing the same movements, the same actions. You do need game reps.
You need real defense against you.
You do.
Clark misses again, and then is called for the foul.
Bendu Yanni takes the ball baseline, knowing that Sonano is there. She goes to the reverse layup, uses the rim against Sonano. She can get that shot up off the backboard to kiss it in.
Yanni played a couple of years at Indiana and then went over to Arizona, finishing up now at Oregon State, which is her third school. Coming back close to home.
Yanni telling Mannon, reverse it, reverse it. That's the veteran leadership on the floor for Oregon State.
So Alexis Aaron has been impressive. Been quiet here in the second half, but knocking down shots early, being another offensive presence.
Getting the crowd involved, the lead down to 6. Timeout. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Dollar General. Save time, save money every day. We're in gorgeous Oregon. Look at these scenics. When the sun's out, it's beautiful. How about little beautiful basketball? Alexis Aaron, please.
Alexis Aaron came in today averaging 3 points. And how has she got the big bucket today? Effort. Rebound putbacks, cutting without the ball. But the biggest impact she has had on this game, 3 of 4 from deep. And she came in over on the season. And after hitting those long balls, you give her a little space, puts it on the floor, and elevates to knock it down. Just been great for Oregon State here this afternoon.
Meanwhile, Iowa, this is a team coming in, averaging 90 points per game. They only have 57 so far. Scored 10 points in the third quarter, just 3 so far in the fourth. That's 13 points in the second half. Very un-Iowa-like.
It is, and you have to give credit to this Oregon State defense. They've done a much better job of making Iowa uncomfortable, of closing the gap in terms of not giving them open looks and finishing plays.
Czinano clogged things up in a hurry and then got tied up by Von Oelhoffen. Possession arrow keeps it with Oregon State. Caitlin Clark 0 for 3 from the floor to start the fourth quarter.
Steph and I have talked a lot about pace, and pace has been entirely Oregon State, especially this second half.
And look at the difference for Iowa. Between the two halves, a whistle out on the floor. They want the basket to count.
Pam, the tell of two benches. Oregon State off saying count it, and then the Iowa bench staying on the floor. But another difference in the second half is Bindu Yanni's been putting the ball on the floor instead of settling for outside shots.
Not a shooting foul. Kate Martin tried to save it. Mitrovic trying to get post position on Czinano. Shot clock winding down. Mitrovic gets it over to Yanni. Clark gets it.
That's a great box out by Czinano. Really kept Mitrovic off the block, outside the paint, and did a good job of finishing that play with the box.
Iowa's gone almost 3 minutes without a point. Clark finally gets one to go, and she'll have a chance at a three-point play, just her second bucket of the half.
And I love how Caitlin Clark is embracing the contact. You know, we've seen her at times in her career try to either avoid it or sometimes flop out of it. Right now, she's embracing the contact. She's finishing stronger. She looks stronger. She's on balance.
And I think that's a great example, the clip just shown, of how you have to stay disciplined against Caitlin Clark. Bindu Yanni's done a great job this second half against her, but just slowly comes on that closeout, and it's a rip and go for Caitlin Clark to the rim.
Third foul on Mitrovic. Clark now with 25 on the game. Gets the lead back to 9. Iowa has led by as many as 11. And then Czinano getting handsy there on the baseline. Addison O'Grady coming in to give Czinano a break. O'Grady has had given them some good minutes. Now a sophomore out of Aurora, Colorado. Yanni working on Martin, lost the ball temporarily. Mannon left open. 3 off the mark, but Mitrovic got the rebound and then is tied up.
Mitrovic cannot bring that ball down. You basically take away any advantage you have at 6'9" when you drop the ball. Great job by Warnock to tie her up.
The one thing that Scott Rueck had talked about was just her ability to learn how to play low and to be strong. You can play low without bringing the ball low, but a strong center of gravity, a strong base. Nice ball.
No drop.
There's O'Grady. Caitlin Clark drew the defense.
Once again, no weak side drop by Oregon State, and Iowa just makes it look easy.
And it's happened time and time again, and being able to make that adjustment, force an extra pass.
Well, and that was one thing Scott Rueck said to us yesterday. Iowa will be a crash course in adjustments for our team. We'll have to adjust on the fly, and that's one area that they just have not quite done it yet.
And when you have a young team, it's hard. It's hard to make those adjustments in huddles, but you see it right here. There's no drop on the backside. Alexis Aaron is not there, and Caitlin Clark continues to be terrific in terms of her decision-making, when to attack and when to facilitate.
Kenna Warnock just committed her second personal foul, and that has put the Beavers in the bonus now for the rest of the fourth quarter. Von Oelhoffen now with an even 20. Martin couldn't get it. O'Grady stuffed by Von Oelhoffen.
That was unfortunate because I love the pace of that cut that she couldn't finish.
That was a great cut. It opened up the offensive rebound, but terrific second effort by Von Oelhoffen.
Clark working hard to try to rid herself of Yaney. They don't get her the ball when she was open momentarily. Clark dribbled into trouble and was fouled.
That was interesting because when Clark first got the ball, there was no one on this right side. That was going to be a complete clear out for her to go. And then a teammate cut, and luckily she was able to draw the foul there because that took away her opportunity to turn the corner.
Manning just picked up her second for the Beavers. Right-handed floater.
Again, just continue to be impressed with her pace. You know, it's one thing to be able to get by people and get to the rim. It's another thing to be able to knock down three-point shots, but to be able to do all three levels on balance, in control.
Clark takes a timeout after chasing down the rebound. Caitlin at her season average right now with 27 points.
Caitlin Clark's inbounding the ball, and you've got to just body up there. Instead, comes around. This is just too easy because she turns the corner because the defense is chasing. And to Steph's point, the body control as well as the touch to elevate and put it in.
You know, one of the things when you're defending a great player is you can't defend the action. You have to take the action away. If you're trying to chase and defend Caitlin Clark all game long, she's going to crush you. She's going to make you pay. You have to take her away. How do you take it away? Well, you don't let her go where she wants to go. So you top block cuts, or you down or ice on ball screens. You force her to make adjustments. Now, she's a great player, so she's going to make adjustments, but you give her one choice or two choices. You don't give her all three every time that she has the basketball. And you can see, finding the open player. This is how she started the ball game, facilitating, getting to the paint. Again, strong finish off of 2 feet in transition, the little look off. We, of course, know she can knock down three-point shots, but this is every other way that she can score the basketball, just the impact that she makes offensively for this Hawkeye team.
Caitlin is 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Oregon State switching up the defense here. They were trying to just get the ball out of Clark's hands there with the double team.
I like the extended 2-3. Got to cover the middle, though.
I was going to say, if the backside rotates up.
Got to cover the middle.
Yeah, that left Marshall wide open, and she buried it. After Oregon State got close, Iowa has extended back to a 13-point advantage.
And I think this is the lesson from the K-State loss. They let K-State stay around, and it was getting eerily similar there before Lisa Bluter made that timeout call.
Yaney. Some pressure from Oregon State, but Clark got it over and tells Gabby to give it right back to her, and Marshall does just that. Martin thought about taking the three. Warnock left open, hit it. It's been a soft spot the last couple of trips down.
Warnock could kill you. I mean, she's just one of those 2 here, 2 there, a couple rebounds. But it's interesting, too, to see the lineup on the floor for Lisa Bluter. Down the stretch against K-State, she had a couple young players out there. She's going with the veterans here today.
We're going to see the way that Iowa's attacking this extended 2-3 zone. Certainly want to get the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, but watch Caitlin Clark initiate, send Gabby Marshall right to that free throw line. That is a soft spot in the zone, and you have to rotate. The hard part, though, about defending a team like Iowa, when you get really extended, they can all shoot the three.
And then that leaves Monica Sonato one-on-one down low.
Absolutely.
Pick your poison.
Shot clock into single digits, under a minute and a half to go in the game. Czinano wants it back. Got the high arc on it because 6'9" Mitrovic was standing there.
I'd want it too if I've been as hot from the high post as Monica Czinano has been today.
Well, when you put in the work, you shoot it with confidence. And, you know, I love the way that Caitlin Clark is able to deliver the pass. There aren't a lot of players that can make that kind of pass in that situation, but the pocket isn't there, right? Czinano's popping behind the pocket.
All right, Marshall flipped by Von Oelhoffen, going for the basketball, and the Iowa Hawkeyes a minute away from playing UConn on Sunday.
Well, you see right here, Caitlin Clark rejecting the screen. She's got her eyes on Monica Czinano, and she's able to make that behind-the-back pass. You don't see a lot of college basketball players that are able to make that pass.
That aren't doing
the
it
timing,
to showboat.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's efficient. You don't have to stop and pivot or pass over a defender.
And it helps that pace that you keep talking about as far as rhythm shooting, cuts, and everything else.
You see Caitlin Clark 1 rebound and 2 assists away from what would be her 7th triple-double of her career. Had back-to-back 30-point triple-doubles last year.
Well, we got to get a defensive board and a couple of assists. Make this happen.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Gabby Marshall? She has been on the floor at least 6 times today, and she has been huge defensively for them as well.
I see her shaking out her right hand now. I think everything is going to hurt. Clark directing traffic, tells Marshall to go to the other side. Bounce pass, Czinano. Clark, oh, everybody wanted her to shoot it, including me.
She's trying to get those assists now.
Oh! Czinano rolls it in.
Extra pass.
How about Monica Czinano, though? Off the move, being able to catch that pass, pivot around, and make it back. A lot of the time, bigs, when they're rolling, they don't have the body control to be able to stop on a dime and get it back out.
And this is a player who, when she was a freshman, backed up Megan Gustafson, barely got off the bench.
You think she had a daily tutelage?
Yeah,
Megan Gustafson?
you got Jan Jensen, and then, in practice you got Gustafson, and has developed into this.
Well, you see it right here, just the footwork, the balance, being able to stop on a dime, find her open teammate, and then the ball movement, the extra pass, and the strong finish.
With the left hand. Clark at the free throw line, and I know we've asked Lisa Bluter if she ever thought that Czinano would turn into this, and she was said, heavens no. She really thought that she would be a backup post, but she got in the gym, worked with Coach Jansen, worked hard obviously on her own, and is elite.
Great things happen when you do the work.
How about that, huh?
I don't think elite's a good enough word, I'm sorry.
All right, what word would you use?
I'm not as smart as you. Beyond special.
That's very articulate. So Iowa UConn, we looking forward to that on Sunday?
Oh, yes. I am eager to see how UConn tries to attack Caitlin Clark from a defense perspective. Their defense, we talk about AZ Fudd in the offense, but the defense for UConn has been special to this point in the season.
Absolutely, it has. And can they stay out of foul trouble on the interior? I mean, Aaliyah Edwards has to be able to stay on the floor. She got to be able to match up inside with Czinano.
But I expect an up-and-down game for sure.
Absolutely.
And that'll be 1 o'clock Eastern time on ABC. That's 10 o'clock local. We have a game at 10 o'clock as well. That's early.
It's 2 East Coast teams.
That's early.
They're fine.
I'm not.
They're young.
So Caitlin Clark, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, but the supporting cast really a good team effort.
It's a team,
yes.
and that's why I think they're dangerous. Take away Caitlin Clark, she's still going to facilitate, and the veteran core crew is there to support her.
And you see the respect for Scott Ruick and the staff. I know Coach Ruick is a big Caitlin Clark fan. So Oregon State going to play Duke on Sunday, and the third place game, Iowa and UConn for the championship. So for Christy Thomas-Scuddy and Stephanie White, The rest of our great crew, I'm Pam Ward, as we say so long for Portland. We will see you back here on Sunday. Full Night Legacy continues Sunday, 11 p.m. on ABC.